What's going on YouTube? It's Craig, certified technician here at ApplianceVideo.com, and today we have this brand new Maytag refrigerator. I'm going to show you how to go into service test mode, run a forced defrost, as well as go through the control programming. But before we get too far, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Without further ado, let's jump right in. The first test we'll jump into is called the service test mode, and in order to enter it, what we'll do is press in on the door switch. You will press in on the refrigerator up keypad, let go of the door switch, wait about 3 seconds, and then SE should display on your freezer temp portion. And then to enter service diagnostics, you'll press the refrigerator up key one more time, you'll enter into diagnostics, and then you'll see a code on the freezer side showing 101. And then on the refrigerator side, it should show dashes. There are many tests inside diagnostics that we can run through. Some of these are not really applicable for a consumer. So the first test we'll find is 101. This is an important test. This is going to be the defrost circuit test. And in order to operate it, you'll simply want to press the refrigerator up key. Now when this happens, it will energize that defrost circuit. And what we're looking for is the display to read either OP or CL. OP means that the defrost circuit is open. So if it's saying it's open and you have a large buildup of ice inside the freezer, the chances are you have a problem inside your defrost components. But if it says CL and you have a large buildup of ice, that means that power can flow through the defrost circuit and the problem probably rests elsewhere. Jumping forward, of course, you'll simply want to press the freezer key. The next portion that we're going to get to is test 102. This is going to be for a compressor and condenser fan test. If your unit is not functioning properly or not cooling, this is a great test. What you want to do is turn it on with the refrigerator key and then check to make sure that your compressor is running, and then make sure that the fan on the back is running. If your compressor is not running, obviously it's not going to cool. But then also, if the fan in the back is not running, it's going to cause that compressor to overheat, thus causing cooling issues as well. We'll jump forward and press that freezer key one more time, and this will bring us to test 112. This is going to be for a freezer fan. This is your evaporator fan motor. A lot of times what I find is that the refrigerator section is not cold enough. What happens is this fan inside the freezer is built to bring air from the freezer up to the refrigerator and keep recirculating it. So if you press the refrigerator up key, you have two different speeds, a high and a low. When you operate these, you want to make sure that you can hear the fan running inside your freezer. And then of course, once you're done with this step, go ahead and press the refrigerator key again. As I said before, some tests are not really applicable for a consumer, so go ahead and skip all the way to test 131. This is going to be for a mullion heater. The mullion heater is the flapper that is inside your door, and this is designed to turn on a heater inside of that in order to cause condensation to not build up. Since you have the warm air outside and the cold air inside, if your heater's not working properly, you get a lot of condensation in the middle and on that seal. So go ahead and press the refrigerator up key, turn this bad boy on, wait about 5 or 10 minutes, and feel if you feel some type of heat on that panel. If you do, then that mullion heater is probably working fine. Moving forward, we have tests 141 and 142. 141 is going to be for a fresh food thermistor. 142 is going to be for a freezer thermistor. Both of these test out the same way. So go to the one that you want, 141 or 142. Energize that bad boy by pressing the refrigerator up key and see if it says OP or short. If it says open, this is bad. If it says short, that means that electricity can run through it. Moving forward a couple of steps, we're going to jump all the way to test 151 and 152, which I consider to be the very last consumer operable test. The 151 is going to be for refrigerator door state, and the 152 is going to be for freezer door state. So if your unit keeps beeping, saying that the door is open, you can enter this test pressing on the door switches, and on the refrigerator side, it should show either open or closed, indicating that the state the door is in. Obviously, if you're pressing on that door switch and it says open, your chances are they're probably a bad door switch. The same with the freezer section. But go ahead and test this out, see which one is bad, and replace it accordingly. Then of course, to exit this portion of diagnostics, we can either press it on the door switches on the top, or you can unplug the unit for just a couple of minutes and plug it back in so we can jump to the next state. The next segment I want to jump into is a forced defrost mode. Why would we enter a forced defrost mode? Well, let me tell you, sometimes these things will get a defrost problem. What that means is every about 8 to 10 hours, this unit is supposed to turn on a heater to melt all the ice inside the back of that freezer. Why does it melt it? Because a fan circulates air past those coils up to the refrigerator section and keeps recirculating them. So if you have a buildup of ice, being a defrost problem, the chances are the refrigerator compartment is not cooling properly because air cannot circulate past. So of course, our next step is to enter the forced defrost to make sure we can hear that heater sizzle. Go ahead, open your freezer door up, and then what I want you to do is press in on the door switch on the fridge, press down on the refrigerator temp keypad, let go of the door switch, wait about 3 seconds, and then your freezer display should show SH. Now we can toggle between SH for a short forced defrost or LO for a long forced defrost simply by pressing the refrigerator down keypad again to change it. The one that I recommend as a technician is going to be a short defrost. I feel that it kicks in a little bit faster, and honestly, you're probably not going to lay on the ground for a good 45 minutes. So let's go ahead and have it on SH, keep that freezer door open and all the sounds off in the house, and wait about 5 or 10 minutes to see if you hear a crackle. If you hear a crackle, that means that the defrost system is working properly. But if you do not hear a crackle and you haven't went through the service diagnostic test, make sure that you go through the service test, test out that heater circuit. If it's good, the problem is probably within your main control. Go ahead and press that door switch in one more time to exit the forced defrost, and let's jump into the programming mode for the main control. Programming mode is very easy to access and required anytime you replace a control board on this unit. In order to do so, what you want to do is press it on the door switch, press down on the freezer temp key, let go of the door switch until PE displays, and then let go of the freezer down key. This will mean that we are going into the programming mode. In order to go further, you'll press the freezer temp down key one more time, and it should switch to the current product code inside the system. These units use a product code that is located on the serial number, and usually it is a 4-digit code. So look on the serial barcode for the product code description and use that code to program inside the system. When changing the code, the refrigerator up or down key will change the numeric value, but the freezer up or down key will change the position of the decimal point. So go ahead and press the freezer or refrigerator keys until you reach the desired code, and then once you have it in, you will press and hold the freezer down key until that code starts to flash. This means that it has been programmed, and then after that, simply press it on the door switch, let go, and it will go back to normal operation. Of course, this will finish up today's segment on this Maytag refrigerator. I hope it helped. If you do need the manufacturer's manual, you can obtain it by either going to the manufacturer's website or putting it into the repair help section on ApplianceVideo.com. YouTube, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.